I like school. I got excellent grades from kindergarten through my senior year of high school. Then college happened. As I've talked about before, I started college in a major that wasn't right for me, and I struggled to care about my classes. But this past semester, I finally actually cared about all my classes. I was excited to go to class and study and do homework. Yes, I know I'm a nerd. Deal with it. Except for one class. I like to write, but I have to process. It's slow. It takes a long time for me to write out my thoughts and feel like I've adequately represented myself in what I want to say. And this class had writing assignments almost every week. I procrastinated like the best of them, but I usually turned my stuff in on time. Sometimes I missed deadlines and lost points. On one late assignment, my professor noted that I had really good attention to detail, but if it made me miss a deadline, I should spend less time working on it. Eventually, I got so behind that I went to my professor and asked for help. She very graciously made me a list of what I needed to do to continue in the class and get a B, which I needed in order to continue my major. Long story short, I got those assignments done over Thanksgiving break, and I worked really hard over the last few weeks of the semester to finish strong, and I did end up making a solid B in the class. But there was another class I made a B in this semester. I loved this class. I liked my professor. I even went to his office hours a couple times. I did all the homework eagerly, even if I procrastinated a few or several times. I did really well on the tests and quizzes, and I just understood everything quickly. I had a good 94 in the class easy, but there was this one assignment we knew about all semester. It was worth 5% of our grade. I would have had no trouble doing it early on and moving on with my life. But my perfectionism made me procrastinate. I wanted to have really cool examples and demonstrate how well I understood the material. Even though I didn't need to prove anything, my professor knew I knew my stuff. And yet I held off until the very last week of classes to begin working on it. And then I had the due date wrong. He said he wouldn't grade it until the next day, which gave me plenty of time to finish up, but I wanted to wait until I'd finished everything for my other classes. So by the time I went to do it, he'd already graded it. I got a 0 on the assignment. It dropped my grade to an 89. And I'm not even mad at my professor about the B. I'd known about the project literally all semester. It shouldn't have been a big deal, and yet my pride and perfectionism kept me from getting it done. And that's my point. I could have had all A's if it weren't for those two classes. I have a brain and a work ethic. But perfectionism is the enemy of completion. There has to be a point at which you look at your work and say, this is good enough for the task at hand. Or something like that. I like math because when you have the answer, that's it. You don't have to work harder for a better answer because you're either right or you're wrong. So I'm working on being okay with things being okay. I can't spend all my time perfecting one thing. I have too many things to do. And I can spend a lot of time making a lot of things really good, even if I can't make them perfect. And it's really anyone's choice whether they want to spend all their time making one thing perfect or a lot of things good. But I can't just choose one thing, so I have to learn to stop perfecting. Maybe then I'll get all A's. Remember me? I'm back. I made no videos for the past few days, but here we are, back at it, back in the saddle, back here again, and it's over. It's bye. We're done. Yeah.